back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing really well and have had a lovely week. My name's Fatima, and if you are new here, then welcome. So today I'm going to go straight into my video and dive into my styling tips to look more expensive on a budget without breaking the bank. So I know it's not always possible to spend a lot of money on expensive designer items in order to look expensive, but I actually don't believe that you need to do that. I think that just a few styling tips can make an outfit look a lot more expensive than the actual price of the item. Because when you actually look at some of those outfits that you think are really elegant, they're actually quite basic outfits, but they fit really well. They're in the right colours that go really well together. They have some structure to them. The person that's wearing the outfit has accessorized it really well, and I think they're the points and tips that can elevate any outfit. So my first styling tip would be to invest in quality fabrics. Now, by quality fabrics, I mean the actual composition of the item that you're buying. So I would always try to buy items with kind of either in cotton or linen or wool or cashmere, all those kind of natural made fabrics that not only look more expensive but also are more breathable. So in winter time they will keep you warm, in summertime they'll keep you cool, and are more sustainable. And I would avoid fabrics like 100% polyester and acrylic. Now, I know realistically we can't completely get rid of polyester in our wardrobes. I mean, I have some polyester items, but if I do go for polyester, I tend to try to look for a polyester blend that's mixing with it, whether it's with cotton or whether it's with linen. And I also look at the quality of the polyester, if that makes sense. So I try to make sure that it's almost matte and not shiny, because I think shiny polyester is a real giveaway. So I think kind of investing in those key quality pieces can make a big difference to your outfit. And it doesn't have to be expensive. For example, a 100% cotton shirt you can get from most high street stores at a really reasonable price. You could go to H&M or Mango and pick up a 100% cotton shirt for under £30. That still looks really elevated when styled with the right accessories and the rest of your outfit. Quite similarly, when it comes to basics like a white t-shirt, which I consider to be a wardrobe staple, regardless of which season, whether that's, summer, winter, autumn, I would always spend more on a piece of clothing like that. So I would spend happily £30 to £40 on a white t-shirt rather than buy 3 or 4 white t-shirts that were £10 each, because I think in the long run, and the cost per wear is going to be much better with that expensive item, and they will look much better with the clothes that you wear, and just the shape and the structure. I recommend some white t-shirts that I kind of rely on all the time. One of my favourites is from COS, and I can wear that t-shirt over and over again, whether I'm layering, whether I'm wearing it on its own. It goes in the washer numerous times and it always comes out looking like new, rather than if I was to buy a cheap polyester t-shirt, which after a few washes I would need to throw away. So, those elevated basics can make outfits look really expensive. So you could put that t-shirt on with a nice pair of jeans or with tailored trousers and it would look equally as good, because the quality of that fabric is evident. And like everybody else, my budget for what I spend on clothing varies month by month, depending on what else I've got going on or things I've got to pay for. But if I had, say, £100 budget to spend in a month on clothing, I would much rather choose one item that was £100, but I know that's going to come out of my wardrobe over and over again, and it's going to last once I wash it and still look good as new, rather than picking 5 cheaper pieces that I'm not going to get my wear out of. So yeah, I think fabrics make a big difference to the look of your overall outfit. Number 2, I would always opt for some form of tailoring. I think even the most expensive clothing or items of clothing can look cheap if they're not fitting you properly. And by tailoring, I mean that they are the right size and complement your body shape. So learn to kind of understand what your body shape is and what types of clothing look best on your body shape, but also what size, make sure that they're right size for you, because I would completely ignore what size you think you are across all different brands. The sizing across the different brands varies so much. I could be anything from a size 8 to a size 12, depending on which shop, where I shop, or which brand I'm buying from. So don't feel bad if you go to a shop and you think you're a size 12 and the item of clothing that actually fits you better is a size 14. That doesn't matter. That doesn't make a difference. What you should go for should be the piece of clothing or the item that actually fits you the best, so that it looks like it's almost made for you. And I understand that not everybody, or not most of us, can have clothes all tailored for them, because most of the clothes that we buy are off the rack and are kind of there to fit the masses, not the individuals. And I think a big game changer is having clothes tailored, especially your most expensive clothes that you bought, making little changes to them that will make them look that they were made for you. So those trousers that you really like but they don't sit at the right length, get them hemmed up to make sure that they sit at the right place for the shoes that you want to wear them with, or that dress that just doesn't feel like it sits properly at the waist. Get it nipped in and make it look like it was made specifically for you, and that makes a huge difference. And having kind of little changes made to your clothes and taken to tailors doesn't have to be that expensive, and in the long run, again, it will mean that you will pull out that item of clothing over and over again from your wardrobe, so the cost per wear will actually pay for itself in the end. And I would also, on that kind of same note, look for clothes that have a little bit of structure. So for example, having a blazer that's got shoulder pads kind of makes it almost look more tailored. Or look at the cut of a jacket or a dress. Is it cut? It's almost already nipping you in at the waist even before you actually have to do anything. I think all of those things make a real difference. Let's move on to colours. Now, neutral colours, as far as I'm concerned, do kind of have that look of timeless, effortless chic. The colours that I'm talking about are, blacks, your browns, your greys, your whites, your creams, your olives, all those kind of natural colours that are so versatile that you can mix and match those colours and they go really, really well together. And neutral colours, as well as being timeless, they hardly ever go out of style. So you can pick that piece of clothing in that neutral colour over and over again without worrying that it's going to look dated, because neutral colours very rarely look dated. And in the long run, again, the fact that you can mix and match those colours means you'll be able to make more outfits from less clothes than you would if you had a lot of clashing colours, because you then need to buy more and more items for them to go together. And I'm not suggesting that you shouldn't have any colour in your wardrobe at all, because I do understand that a lot of people like colour and it makes them feel happy and confident, and sometimes I like to inject some colour into my wardrobe. But I would suggest that 80% of your wardrobe is made of neutral colours, and then I would add those kind of accent colours that I like into my wardrobe that I know will also go with most of my neutral colours. If I was going to buy colours, I would buy kind of mainly block colours rather than loud prints and designs, or classic designs such as Breton stripes that always look elevated and elegant. But I think by avoiding those kind of really bold, bright colours, and especially if you kind of mixed a few different colours together, it can, in my opinion, it can make the outfit look really dated and actually quite mumsy. So the majority of your wardrobe, I would suggest that you stick with neutral colours. Another tip I would recommend is not going overboard on trends. I know we all like to kind of keep up to date and modern, with the trends that come out, but I think overdoing it on trends could actually quite easily make your outfit look dated, because trends change all the time, and if you're not keeping up, constantly buying the new pieces, then your outfit is going to look quite dated once that trend has gone. And I'm not suggesting that all trends go out of fashion and never come back, because there's certain trends that come back every season, like for example burgundies are always huge this time of year. But I just think that if you're going to incorporate trends, and I like to incorporate trends into my outfits, but I try to kind of have a nod to trends and pick one or the majority two pieces in an outfit that are kind of trend pieces, but the rest of them I keep really neutral and classic and timeless, which I think continues to make the outfit look expensive and elegant, but still keeps it modern by adding that kind of nod to the odd trend here and there. Moving on to tip number 5 is grooming. Now, you could wear the most expensive clothing ever, but if your grooming is off, then that's going to make the whole outfit look cheaper. And by grooming, I mean just those little tips that altogether will make a big difference. So, for example, chipped nail varnish always looks quite cheap. You don't have to go to the salon to get your nails done. You can quite easily keep your nails looking neat and polished at home. A big thing for me is clothes that are wrinkled. Now, you could have the most expensive kind of top or skirt on, but if it's wrinkled, it's not going to look expensive. It's going to look quite cheap and messy. And I think just to make sure that you iron your clothes or you steam your clothes before you wear them just creates that kind of more expensive, elevated look, because expensive outfits almost always have that attention to detail in common, in terms of the precision and the lines and the kind of almost cleanliness of them, if that makes sense. So just making sure that your garment looks like it's been nicely ironed or steamed will make a big difference. In the same kind of light, having a lint remover, and because often there's certain materials that really attract lint, and I think that can really cheapen a look. So just having one of those cheap lint rollers with you, that I have a little mini one that I carry in my bag, that I will just kind of roll over my clothes when they've got lint, or if I've been to a friend's with some, that I've got a dog or a cat, or you've got some bit of fur, just making sure those kind of little bits are taken off to make your outfit look that more polished. Also, when it comes to knits do get bobble, that's just the way it goes. Even expensive pieces like cashmere pieces do get bobbles on them, which can make them look really old and cheapen the whole look. So invest in a debobbler. I've got one from Amazon, which I will link below, which is really good, and I use it all the time, even on my cashmere knits, to keep them looking as good as new. In the same light, make sure that your shoes and your bags aren't scuffed. Make sure that they're polished and they're neat. It may sound really kind of small points, but all of those things taken together will help to elevate your outfit. And I think finally, I would say to accessorize strategically. Now, what I mean by that is opt for items that are going to stand the test of time and don't overload those kind of accessories. So when it comes to jewelry, for example, jewelry can really elevate an outfit. I don't feel dressed completely until I've got my jewelry on, but try to keep to those more kind of simple pieces that you'll be able to wear time and time again. I wear my same jewelry pieces all the time because they mean something to me and they're very personal to my style. So you don't have to spend, you don't have to buy 22 karat gold to look expensive. There's so many metals out there that actually just do the job just as well, that don't tarnish. If you like silver, sterling silver, gold plated, gold vermeil. I've got so many pieces in gold vermeil and they look just as good as new as when I bought them 2 years ago, and they're very affordable. So, but also keep to kind of one or two simple pieces. Don't completely mix and match so they clash with each other, because I think that can kind of stop an outfit looking more expensive and elevated. And also accessories like, an oversized scarf on top of your coat can look really chic and elevated, or a silk scarf. Even something as simple as belts. Now, I think belts are really, really overlooked as an accessory that really can elevate your outfit. I love belts and I have loads of belts, but I think just having a couple of colours, and I would choose black and kind of camel tan colour, I think does go with pretty much all of your neutral colours. Now, I've got some here that I just want to show you, because whilst I do have belts in numerous colours, these two colours are the ones that I tend to wear the majority of the time. Now, I have my black leather belt by YSL, and I know this is not a budget belt, but I have worn this so many times that I believe I have got my cost per wear out of this numerous times over. But in the same light, not all my belts are designer. So I've also got this belt that I got just recently from H&M that looks really lovely over a blazer, like nipping in a blazer or over a coat, and this was under £20. In terms of this is another belt actually that I got from Amazon. Now, I wear this a lot and I think this is lovely, and I think this was $14.99, but it's like this subtle gold metal on, and this isn't real leather, but it doesn't look cheap, it doesn't look shiny, it just looks like a nice belt. Again, with my tan belts, there's a couple that I wear all the time. This one that I wear with my jeans a lot, which is leather. It's from Bowden, but it was £40, and I've had that for a couple of years, and I wear that over and over again. Another tan belt that I love is this one that I got from Reiss. Again, has this really lovely gold buckle detail. Also, having that structured bag that always looks quite elevated, more than a slouchy bag, and you can get really good quality structured bags from most high street retailers, and so you don't have to spend lots of money on designer bags. Most of my bags, I have to admit, are more mid-range luxury. So I've got a lot of bags I bought from Demelier, for example, or one of my favourites is Pollen Paris, or Songwon bags. And they are more expensive than your high street. They are kind of in the region of about £300, but these bags will come out over and over again. But that doesn't mean that I won't buy something high street if I think it's good quality. So guys, looking expensive on a budget is all about paying attention to details, to fit and fabric. And those style tips will help you to look elevated, polished and expensive without breaking the budget and spending thousands and thousands of pounds. I do hope you found these tips useful, and if you did, I would love it if you could give me a thumbs up, and if you are new here, then I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. Also, let me know which style tips you found useful, and if there's any other style tips that I haven't mentioned that you yourself use to elevate your outfits, do let me know below. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I shall see you again really soon. Bye.